we know that the industry is under pressure, whether it's coming, where it's troubles coming from the U.S. with the threat of tariffs that are impacting consumer confidence, or also the downturn that we've seen in China. But there are internal issues at LVMH, and that's notably at two key assets. That's Dior and also Moet Hennessy. So both of them have been, culprits of hiking prices too much over the recent past, and now there's basically what we're noticing is that there's a consumer backlash. At Dior, which is led by Delphine Arnault, so that's Bernard Arnault's eldest child, there was also a supply chain scandal last year that generated a lot of bad press. So in the past, since LVMH shares reached a record in April 2 years ago, they've lost about half of their value, but that hasn't prevented Bernard Arnault and his family from buying the equivalent of more than €1 billion since the end of January worth of their stock.
Okay, so a lot's changed in 2 years, Angelina. Talk to us about the conglomerate discount then that is applied to this business. Is that how the market is thinking about it?
Yes, indeed, Anna. I mean, LVMH is a conglomerate with 75 brands. And when you have a rising market, investors are more willing, perhaps, to ignore that conglomerate discount. But once it starts shaking, they pay more attention to it because, they're invested in very different industries. If you think about hospitality, they have hotel chains, but also they own restaurants. Of course, they own fashion and leather goods and wines and spirits. So all these are very different assets with different levels of margins. And what we found out during the reporting is that about 3 years ago, they explored the listing of Sephora in 2021 and listing it in Amsterdam. And about 2 years ago, Diageo, which has a stake in Moet Hennessy, they also asked to study the potential listing of Moet Hennessy, but that was dismissed by Bernard Arnault.